is up, guys? Woo! Thank you. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sunday night Noid stream. How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody sliding in. Yeah, we got a big one. We got a big one tonight. Yes, that was the music from the Elliot Rodgers thing. No, I haven't traced it back. But I'm going to check. I'm going to see if it gets copyright struck tonight. I think the Elliot Rodgers one got like 20 copyright strikes, and I didn't sift through them to figure out what that song is. So it's really good, though. I like it a lot. Yeah, many might think that was I, Divine Cybermancy gameplay, but that was real footage recovered from James Rink's recovered dreams, actually. The esoteric significance of that being similar to a so-called game called I Divine Cybermancy, couldn't say. Might be worth looking into on a future stream. Glad to be back here after dealing with my fuck-ass not the fuck-ass nephew. Not again. But yeah, liking the stream, that is an incredible idea. That is just an incredible idea. Guys, like the stream. Guys, like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Guys, like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream, guys. Please like the stream. Like the stream. Like the stream. Okay. Presumably everyone has liked the stream now. Excellent. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, Black History Month. Let's freaking go. It's Black History Month, y'all, and we have the perfect topic for it. I saw somebody ask earlier, who is James Rink? You're in the right place. You're about to find out. Longtime listeners of the Noid stream will be familiar with James Rink. It won't be a new name for you guys, but for the newer heads, y'all about to figure out who James Rink is. And also, just for context, again, this will make more sense to people who have been rocking with the Noid streams from the beginning, but this week I did late night impulse purchase Lone Wolf Alpha Squad Copy Over by James Rink, his book, for $50 on Amazon.ca. So honestly, I would expect a lot of Rink tent going forward. Hopefully you guys haven't had too much of James Rink, because there is going to be a lot more James Rink content to come. Hopefully, if everyone likes the stream, I'm hoping we can summon some real super soldiers into the chat. I've been recovering a lot of memories personally recently. Okay, it just showed up the other day. I haven't really got time to dig into it. It looks incredible. Like, yeah, I would expect a significant amount of James Rink tent going forward. On Sonic Wednesday, me and Jordan were flipping through it before the stream, and it's really just pure, I don't know if that's showing up, pure Kino on every page. Yeah, $50. It was a lot. But y'all know how it is, late night, doing some internet shopping. $50, money, it's like water through your fingers, you know, more will come. But because of such a insane expense, I do have to do. I have to recoup my investment by doing Super Soldier / James Rink content for the foreseeable future. And listen, guys, I know I have a tendency to say, this is a really big case. We're going to be on this case for weeks, if not months, if not years. And then we're such a sort of powerful collection of brainiac cyber sleuths, space detectives, if you will, that typically we do crack the case in 1 3-hour window. So we'll see what happens with this one, but it might not be consecutive streams, but there are going to be multiple Rink streams. It's a big case to crack. There's a lot of disparate threads, and also the secret space program is probably my favorite of the Noid communities. So yeah, we're gonna dig into that. So who was James Rink? I guess not everyone is up to speed. We have covered him in the past, but we're gonna find out. So long story short is James Rink was a super soldier. He was immune to explosions, for one. And he really uncovered a lot of memories that a lot of other people share, too, of the secret space program. And recently, he was murdered via directed energy weapon at Super Soldier Con 2025, which I was actually planning to attend. Like I say, longtime listeners will know that I was planning to attend. But I guess fate intervened, Providence, whatever you want to call it, and I did not make it down to Florida for Super Soldier Con, the Activation Conference 2025, where James Rink was assassinated with a directed energy weapon. So we're gonna do some digging here, guys, because what's the number one rule of being a detective? If you want to catch a murderer, you have to get into the mind of their victim. Rule 1. Detective 101. The basics. So, in that spirit, we are going to be figuring out who was James Rink. Why did they decide to neutralize him at Super Soldier Con 2025 with a directed energy weapon? And a lot of people don't want us to do this stream. We're really going into headwinds on this one, so buckle up, buttercups. I've been planning to do a James Rink stream since Wednesday when the book arrived. Coincidence they dropped the Epstein files 2 days before we're about to do the Who Killed James Rink stream? Is that a coincidence to distract everyone from my James Rink Noid stream? Just something to think about.
Whoa!
I agree. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Lot to get into. Where to start? Where to start with James Rink? How about his own website, supersoldiertalk.com? I don't know if we ever listened to or checked this one out, because we have done a couple streams on Mr. Rink and his allies in the secret space program. Well, not his allies in the secret space program. Other people who have, former super soldiers, such as myself. Like I say, I hinted at it earlier in the show, but I have been doing a lot of dream analysis on myself recently. And, I'm recovering a lot of memories. I've been having a lot of dreams that take place in sort of zero gravity, CQC, close quarter combat type scenarios. And I'm just kind of putting the pieces together, and I think it's important to do. I was inspecting his website the other day, and this thumbnail really really popped to me. I'm very curious to see what this guy's talking about. Fakes his own death to trick the alien royal agents. Well, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Yeah, CWC, close quarter combat. Yes, exactly, Benjo, exactly. And you know what? Maybe, we pull on the threads and we discover that James Rink isn't dead at all. That's a distinct possibility. I'm not counting. I'm not counting anything out this early in the investigation. Maybe it was a directed energy weapon. Maybe he faked the whole thing for reasons that will become clear. Maybe he transferred his consciousness into a Canadian streamer. I have no idea. I see an article that says he was 45 in 2025, but kidnapped by George Bush in the 1950s. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, once you get into the super soldier stuff, you'll realize that, age really is just a number associated with how old you are. But, there's a lot of vagaries in there, a lot of shades of gray. And yeah, they do age slower. That is true. But also they can have multiple lives, They can have a whole lives blasting reptoids on, 3-1 Atlas, and then get reincarnated, often as a kind of dumpy and insane middle-aged woman. Many such cases. He might just be in a big-ass immersion pod in the center of Millennium Park, Chicago. I'm not ruling that out. We're not ruling anything out this early in the investigation. We are just getting started. Yo, what's up, Pats fan? Don't forget to like the stream. True, based and real. But yeah, I've done a little bit of research. I did discover that he produced, I think this is prior to the Super Soldier stuff, but he does have a 3-hour documentary that he produced. We don't have to look at the whole thing. I really want to figure out what this kind of possibly asleep man had to say about things. Let me just, you know what? I spent $50 on Lone Wolf Alpha Squad Copy Over by James Rink. Need to recoup some of that value, so I'm going to flip open to a random page here. We'll read that, and then we'll get into some video stuff. Okay, so random page here. Just wherever my eyes land. Omega is a suicide program. Remember, this needs to be deactivated first to ensure he doesn't kill himself. However, I don't think I am taking the right approach. Nate seems to think alpha, beta, delta, etc. are brainwave patterns, and now I am unsure how to proceed. Okay, that's epic. I know when we were flipping through it earlier, he did have skin that was immune to explosions, and also something about a Neo meditation cube. I don't know. I'm going to read it. We'll get into more of that later. But, I mean, clearly he was onto something, because why would they... That's a picture of him right there. Why would they choose to deactivate him with a directed energy weapon? It was a cube. Yeah, I didn't bookmark that page, but it was some sort of Neo meditation punishment cube of some sort. This book is non-fiction, correct? Yeah, well, the book, because what I was wondering is, like, listen, we've all sat and watched a number of James Rink interviews in this space. And often they're more delving into, like, the guest, who are also super soldiers, such as James Rink. But I think his story of super soldier-dom is mostly cataloged in the book Lone Wolf Alpha Squad Copy Over. So I will be learning more about that. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But this guy's... I mean, you see this guy... you see this guy on the street, you're thinking super soldier. I know I am. His sexual energy made him dangerous to the government. Well, true. I personally feel... Well, to the government, yes. That his sexual energy was probably keeping the rest of us safe to some extent, because there is a lot of, and people who, when we watched the Super Soldier Con stream together a while ago will remember, there's a lot of really premium Gmilf P that is now on the loose that James was keeping, restrained, so to speak. So there's sort of a threat to the rest of us that the lack of James Rink's sexual energy does produce, for sure. I know this is a Noid stream, but I would like to give some updates on Fish Tank. Season 5 won't have Sam as the host. They're doing audition streams. It looked pretty awful. No Fish from Season 4 will be on Season 5. I see. I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, they're like they moved or something. I haven't really been keeping up with it. I'm sure that like most of the auditions for all of the seasons were pretty awful though. So I don't know. We'll see. Has anyone ever seen Jim Henson's pre-SS experimental film called Cube? It's phenomenal. No. That does sound cool. Pre-SS. Oh, that's Sesame Street? The German version? I don't know. No, I haven't seen that. That sounds cool, though. Let's see what Dan Cooper has to say and Breaking the Silence. Today's guest is Daniel T. Cooper, known as Coop. He is a genetically engineered super soldier. Oh, wait. Let's read this real quick. He is a genetically engineered super soldier, sword master, whistleblower, and inventor of suppressed advanced technologies. Dan's origins go back to 1952 when he was genetically engineered by a Japanese scientist from Cossack Jewish stock to serve as a super soldier. He was born on March 2, 1953 at Sampson Air Force Base, now a closed U.S. Air Force site, but still an active undersea naval base. From birth, he was part of one of the U.S. military's secret space programs. Plural. That's interesting. Yeah, he did study the blade, which is which is interesting. That's cool. God, I wish I was a sword master. Damn. Maybe in a past life I was, actually, now that I think about it. Yes, Street. Cube is... Oh, okay. Might have to check that out. I've never even heard of that. Between 1955 and 1970, Dan was secretly trained in underground military dumb bases across the U.S. and Japan. At night, he studied sword fighting under Japanese and Shaolin masters. By day, he lived a double life, attending school and excelling as an athlete, especially in water polo, earning All-American honors in both high school and junior college. Wow, okay. Well, that's awesome. In 1970, at just 17 years old, Dan was deployed, beamed up, as he says, from the New York Athletic Club, where he played men's water polo. He served a full 20 and back tour from 1970 to 1990 in the secret space program known as Dark Fleet. That's the Nachtwaffen, right? We're familiar with the Nachtwaffen here. I appreciate that he doesn't need to explain the dumb acronym. We all know what that is. Deep underground military base. Of course. Yes, of course. Thank you, Nitro Powered. Yeah, I'm assuming he had a Mega Sword or Buster Sword of some sort. I'm very confused, but ready to go. All will be made clear. We have spent a bit of time viewing Super Soldier program stuff here. How to best quickly encapsulate it. It's basically a bunch of people. Well, Dan's story, I think, is pretty typical. Basically, you're a man or a woman who looks more or less like this, but you have like hidden lore that you can only reveal to James Rink. That you used to be like a super galactic. Sometimes people are navigators or spaceship pilots or like space marines, essentially. Basically, it's a bunch of people like this who used to be space marines, and they go on James Rink's show to reveal that. I think that's pretty much what it is. We'll find out. We're gonna get into it. Dan. Oh no, I think I missed an important one here. Okay, so he spends 20 years in the secret space program Dark Fleet, aka Nachtwaffen. Was it Nachtwaffen? Does anyone remember? It was something like that. What was it was that big woman was part of it, I think. A joint US and Nazi operation. His specialty? Sword duel. Sorry, something in my throat there, guys. Sword duels. Coop became a Nightin Ichi Ryu master, fighting. Oh boy, something's really. Sorry. Fighting with two swords, and faced off in countless high stakes duels across this galaxy. And wow, that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. In 1990, Dan was honorably discharged, but like all SSP vets, his memories were wiped and he was returned in a 17-year-old clone body, yet he came back with an unshakable inner drive to release the suppressed technologies he had seen in space and bring them to Earth. Yes, true, Myron. A key part is that they've all been memory wiped and are rediscovering their Space Marine past together, often on Facebook. But yeah, they all have their memories wiped, and then they come back as like sort of recovered memories on Facebook, and then they go on James Rink's show to talk about it. Yeah. I'm too convergently into this world ever since Montauk. What's Montauk? Should I know what Montauk is? Probably. Nitro Powered appears to have access to some deep esoteric wisdom and lore here. Hopefully he'll share that with us. So he would have still got beaten by Zoro. I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, he was where did it say? A Nightin Ichi Ryu master who fought with two swords, and Zoro typically only fights with one sword, so I feel like he might have a bit of an advantage there, but Myranusu, they have been diddled yeah. I bet he was even cooler than Christian Bale doing his Gunkata and Equilibrium at his prime. Probably. Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar with Montauk. Apparently it inspired Stranger Things. Here, I'll add it to my list here. Montauk. Okay, but Dan wasn't your average soldier. He was fiercely independent and often clashed with his Nazi, US, and Draco commanders. His refusal to blindly obey orders earned him deep respect, not only from his fellow soldiers, but from elite warrior societies across the ET worlds, who saw honor in his defiance. These groups, who only respect true combatants, watched over Coop throughout his service and after his return to Earth. Okay. Zoro from One Piece fights with three swords. Oh, I thought you meant Zoro, the like Antonio Banderas guy. Okay, yeah, no, I'll concede that if Zoro has three swords, then he does definitely have an advantage over Coop, no matter how much of a Nightin Ichi Ryu master he is. I thought you meant Antonio Banderas Zoro. Yo, what's up, Goblin? We haven't really got into it too much. We're beginning a new secret space program Super Soldier arc, because I spent $50 buying James Rink's book on Amazon.ca, and I need to recoup my losses. So yeah, that's what we're getting into tonight. Like the stream. Gate type program. Deathmaster Snickch also fights with three swords. Okay. Well, Coop probably wouldn't want to mess with either of those guys if he's only fighting with two swords, because they would have an extra sword. Probably wouldn't work out great for him. But I mean, tough to say though. I mean, if he's getting respect from Draco commanders and also elite warrior societies from across the ET worlds, he's probably pretty good at dual sword fighting. Secret space programs, he has mission by entering Mount Junior College, study business. In 1982, the Sphere Being Alliance reached out to him with a unique request to teach China how to do business and invent zero-point energy generators so they could help drive disclosure. Okay. He accepted. Okay, cool. That same year, he advised Chinese leaders, including the finance minister and then Undersecretary of Defense Xi Jinping, now China's president. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Gabo. Hold on, I'm slightly confused about the timeline here. So he was born in the 40s, but he was reborn as a 17-year-old clone body? Well, I was kind of wondering that too, but I think... Because at some point... Yeah, because I think what happened... It's a little confusing, because it says in 1990... he was honorably discharged and was returned in a 17-year-old clone body, but then it says that he entered junior college in 1971, so I think he served till 1990 and then was maybe like sent back in time to 1970 to sort of like continue his mission, I think. That's what I'm guessing here. There was some very real darkness at Plum, and then it gets weird with a few of those self-proclaimed 20 and back soldiers. Okay, interesting. What's Plum? Was James Rink frozen? Is he outside space and time? We're going to find out. You know, I think if anyone can find out, it is probably us, and then we'll have to share our findings with the Super Soldier Talk livestream Facebook group, and they can take it from there maybe. Yes, the same size. Yeah, he was reborn in a 17-year-old clone body, the same size as his body. True, real. I never knew Plum Island had super soldiers. I'm way behind. I was aware of the animal experience. Well, we're all gonna find out. A super soldier entered my body. In my body, my same size. Exactly. Yes, exactly. You guys are getting it. Okay. I mean, listen, just from that, you know, you look at this guy. A dual sword fighting expert. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but we'll check in. We got a few things to check out here tonight. He's a multi-dimensional. Once you get into the secret space program, a lot of the things that you sort of like assume, your assumptions, you have to sort of wipe all of those, and you know, time is a big one. It gets complicated. I think it is possible the Sphere Being Alliance may bring James back into this realm. Oh yeah, definitely. I would not count James out, but we're trying to figure out what happened, because like if somebody did neutralize him with a directed energy weapon at Super Soldier Con 2025. Like, I think we as a community want to know, you know? This looks like the George Droid videos. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing about the Super Soldier community is they have some of the best intro videos ever. I think this will be my last Fish Tank season. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure I'll check it out. I mean, you know, hopefully it's cool, but we'll see. We'll see. We are Charlie Cuck. Yeah, real. Truth Acorn. Is James currently fighting his way back from another realm? Probably, yeah. I mean, my understanding from looking at the cover of this book is, you know, I wouldn't put much past this guy, basically. And like real talk, I've been trying to rip off this intro with I still have a giant actual footage on there. I'm just gonna remove. There we are. I've been trying to rip this off using like Sora and stuff, and I'm really struggling. I really want this aesthetic. It's tough. I don't know how James did it, but God, so choice. Goblin Slayer's saying, hey to everybody, hey to Goblin, hey to everybody else. I gave an update early in the stream about what's going on with Season 5 right now, and it's not good with no Sam. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who they get. You know, I'll give it a chance, and if it sucks, I'll tap out. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Nitro. I Super Soldier guys are genuinely my favorite of all online Noid communities. It's so good. Like, this intro is so sick. How do you make something like that?
I served on the space station of Mimas as a liaison for the Earth Embassy, working
the hell
with
is
many
this?
alien races.
Jean-Charles Moyen, Franco-American SSP, aboard the Solaris spaceship, a part of the Solar Warden. My mission, protection and rescue slaves on other planets.
Rebecca Rose, Psychic
Oh, thank you, Roscoe.
Super Soldier, Moon, Mars, Kuiper Belt, and beyond.
Who are these people?
Namaste. I'm Yanak Prakash. I am a multidimensional healer. Work directly with the Drama Council.
Wait, what is this guy's name? Janana Prakash? And who are these people? Did these people? When was this posted? June 5th, 2025. Author James Rink. Did these people like usurp James Rink? What is going on here? When Chrome Boys get big enough, you can hire me to make Noid 3D graphic intros. That would rule. I feel like you need to learn how to operate like in Source Engine or something to do shit by this. But what? Okay, but for real, what is the deal with Janana Prakash? What is going on?
And infinite creation through the oneness with all that it is.
We know if you won't tell them the truth,
It's like Death of Stalin over at Super Soldier Co. Yeah, I mean that's probably what's going on. You've got all these Jananas left and right trying to push in on James's Gmail operation. I'm alien, man. I'm alien. Whoa.
will. Hi, I'm James Rink,
Oh, let's go.
founder of the
Let's
Super
go.
Soldier Talk podcast, Healing Soul Survivors 501c3, and now the Super Soldier Activation Conference. Since 2010, I have dedicated myself to documenting the untold stories of the secret space program. I have brought awareness of my labs, also known as military abductions, MK Ultra, Monarch, and Montauk programming. Join us for the 2025
Montauk, right there.
Super Soldier Activation Conference in Orlando, Florida, from October 8th to the 12th. Experience.
God, I wish I could have been. Well, I wish I could have been there, though. There's a high risk I might have been also assaulted with a DEW, such as James Rink was. Isn't it nice how none of these old heads are Norwooding? Does it fill you with happiness and joy, or bitterness and resentment? Ask yourself that. I wish Hugh grew a goatee and dyed it brown. Well, in my dream visions of myself doing zero gravity CWC, I do have a thick goatee, which is why it was recorded on the thumbnail, which was sort of a dream catcher type scenario. White Indians are trying to steal James's life work. That's why we're here, guys. We're gonna stop it. We're gonna stop it. And if we have to do some CWC, we will. Janana, I believe, means mental yoga. Typically, bro called himself knowledge. Definitely no reason to question anything he says. Well, who the hell are all those people on the intro? I want to hear Swordmaster Dan Coop talk about dual wielding freaking lightsabers or whatever.
4 days of groundbreaking discussions with over 25 courageous secret space program veterans. Choose general admission, VIP silver, or VIP gold tickets on your journey
Which
into
ones
hidden
are
truths.
Oh,
Secure
let's
your
go.
spot now at supersoldiercon.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And yes, the tickets are on early bird sale right now till the end of May. Go to supersoldiercon.com, purchase your tickets, and support the movement. So, welcome to the show. Welcome, Dan. How are you doing today? Oh, let me unmute you. Maybe that would help. Can you click the unmute button? There you go. Yeah. It's
Can you hear me now?
yes, affirmative. Great. How you doing today?
There's double lightning on your uniform? Well, that's what it looks like in my dream. So that it's a Noctwaffen thing, basically.
You good?
Yeah, thank you for coming on here. So, I've been waiting for probably been about 6 months because I know we were going back and forth. We had a few time committed, and it didn't exactly work out as planned. So here we are in May, and Dan, you've been going around the circuit lately and making quite an impact. So what are some of the other shows you've been on lately?
Koiler,
Kiwala, yeah, Tyler show, Journey to Truth,
yeah, and then oh gosh,
David Nino,
right. Well, that was
Laura,
more recent. Yeah, yeah. Laura.
Laura
Well,
Eisner.
She wants to do a documentary, which is kind of cool because a lot of this.
Did James die? We're going to find out. Right now, the story is yes, that he was attacked with a directed energy weapon at Super Soldier Con, the Activation Conference 2025. But we're going to find out. Is he dead? Is he in an immersion tank somewhere? We'll find out. I could never LARP it as hard as these guys. Fight for humanity as hard as these guys do on the daily. Yeah, that's, you got to commit. If you want to, listen, if you want to fight off Alpha Dracos, Reptoids, you got to lock in. And it's got to be a long-term commitment. If only one of the other soldiers could go back and prevent the heart attack, yeah. Well, yeah. If he's alive, he's in the bean. He might be in the bean. Listen, we haven't counted that out yet. That could absolutely be the case. I would say likely, probable to likely. We'll see.
Information I have is illustrations are the proof. The proof is in an illustration, a drawing, and I have to be able to point to it and explain things, about it.
Okay, great. So,
well, yes, Nathaniel, that is a distinct possibility that someone who, there was a usurper, an infiltrator in the super soldier community trying to get in on James Rink's supply of GMLP, or, other reasons. Yeah, that's a distinct possibility that we will be looking into. Hopefully he has another 17-year-old clone boy. Yeah. It might have even been Dan.
for those of you who don't know, Dan is a super soldier. He was part, I think that would make you Gen 1, Ultra Soldier. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I don't know the distinction. So,
Yo, what's up, Russ?
Okay, so the Gen 1 was based out of the Korean War era. So, and then Gen 2 would have been about in the 1960s. Gen 3 would have been the Vietnam War era.
I always say I'm Gen 1, even though I've never heard the term before. I always say we were the first generation American super soldier. The Nazis were the first generations of super soldiers, were during the Nazi eras in the 20s, the late 20s, and the early 30s when they first started doing that. So we were the first American. I was Gen 1, first American super soldier.
Okay, thank you. I'm looking at a really big cockroach, but
Yeah, you want to go get them, but you can't.
it's gonna fly away, And the thing is, the extraterrestrials view us based on how we treat other species. So I could try to help it escape, but okay, we'll just moves on, right? That's how it goes in show business. So yes, thank you. So I've got your bio here in front of me, and I've had to edit it down because for time's sakes.
Yeah, that's true, Tony. Everyone knows to be a super soldier, you have to look like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Rolf Lundgren, Dan Cooper. Exactly, yeah.
It's quite extensive, but I believe this does go into the based on the spirit of what you want to say. So, hello, everybody. Today's guest is Daniel Cooper, known by many as Coop. He is a genetically engineered super soldier, sword master, whistleblower, and inventor of suppressed advanced technologies like free energy. Dan's origins go back to 1952 when he was genetically engineered.
It's really sick to be a master of the blade, secret space program, super soldier. Just to say, yeah, it's just awesome. I have a feeling if you asked Dan, this guy, what the Thule Society was, he would have no idea. Yeah. He spent all his time studying the blade. He's not like a history buff. He's more of an inventor sword master type.
by a Japanese scientist from Kozak Jewish stock to serve as a super soldier. He was born March 2nd, 1953.
Is he just going to read out the thing
at
that I just read
Samson Air
out?
Force Base. Now
I'm just going
can
to
help drive disclosure. Is China supposed to release free energy? Is that how?
What happens is, see, it was a weird combination of events. In '82, the spirit beings told me they were going to put up an outer barrier which would prevent the deep state from doing what they were going to do with humanity. Okay. Then at the same time, China was supposed to become economically powerful in business.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then we're being they're making, those airlines are making a lot more money than we're being told. But that's my thoughts anyway. Okay, next one. Let's go to Stan Meyer. Whatever happened to Stan Meyer?
In 19.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool that he's a sword master. Let's check in on the Super Soldier Talk Facebook group. Believing and knowing are not the same thing. Don't get it twisted. Okay. Ooh. That's interesting. Is the Super Soldier Talk Facebook community just falling apart in James Rink's absence? If anyone says she's an Andromedan princess, she is lying. Andromedans are not on Mars either. They are fifth-dimensional beings and are most evolved of the fifth density. They do not have a reptilian hierarchy because they are not reptilian. They never are a part of the Planet Corp, SSP, or Solar Warden. They are warning humanity about these projects. The fake Great White Brotherhood, who are the Sam Jassy Plejarians from Tara in the Phantom Matrix. The Anunnaki work with them. They are racist and only want white people to succeed. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay. The Draman, Satan, and Luciferian Marduk families created Nachtwaffen and lost it to the cyborgs. They rebelled against the Emerald Covenant, which teaches how to open 12-strand DNA and reawaken Christos consciousness, a.k.a. K. Rasha. Okay. Interesting. That's cool. This is an important update, guys. Oh, it's super long. I don't want to read that. Healing hole. Okay, so wait, is this guy taking over the super soldier community? Just a second. We gotta tap into Odyssey real quick here. I want to find out if anyone has done any work investigating James's murder that maybe we can piggyback on. Oh, look, this guy has a book of consciousness. That's cool. The U.S. Marine Corps is deeply tied to the Halo franchise, serving as a major inspiration and even sponsor for the Paramount Plus series. So the Nazis teamed up with the Satanic Freemasons and then lost to the Transhumanists backed by the Murdoch family. Yeah, that's what I'm getting too. Yo, what's up, John? I've been missing because I got called back to recalibrate Saturn's rings. Cortana has resparked my Super Soldier program. Let's go. My protocol. Let's go. Many such cases. I did notice that Saturn's rings are looking much more recalibrated recently, so... Okay. This is what my power... This is what my power armor looks like. The U.S. Marines on Mars look exactly like the Spartans from Halo. That's awesome. But yeah, good to see you, John. That's so sick that the Secret Space Program people look exactly like the Spartans from Halo. I wore a silver compression suit. Oh. Oh. Disclose. Okay. It's called predictive. Yeah. You know, I gotta say, I'm really getting red pilled right now. Because I'll admit, I saw that these Trump as a Halo guy posts, and I did not correctly assess them as revelation of the method predictive programming. But this is this is disclosure, guys. This is what disclosure is all about. What is being disclosed? Well, just take a look at it, you know? Actually, the Halo franchise was recorded with real cameras. Trump knew all along. Well, apparently he was literally a freaking Spartan. There are bases on the moon. Okay, we all knew that already. This is what Mars actually looks like. I remember that it had a blue sky. Oh, and we're getting confirmation that Mars does have a blue sky. Okay. Wow, this guy rules. I really like that it's just Halo. It's a lot like Halo. Okay, Odyssey's been going real slow for me recently. I would assume due to some sort of deep state Draco interference, but I don't know for sure. Sometimes I get reminded why they call us Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, okay, what is going on with Odyssey? Why are they trying to neutralize Odyssey? Trump served in the Sphere Alliance Cube War. That makes a lot of sense. That's why they're disclosing it via pictures of him and Master Chief. I like that this guy has a mask. I don't like that he's Mexican. Or speaking Mexican, at least. We'll check it out. Oh, let's go.
En una noche apacible, bajo el manto estrellado de Nueva York, algo insólito sucedió. La gran manzana, conocida por sus brillantes luces que nunca se apagan, se sumió en una oscuridad que dejó a millones de personas asombradas y desconcertadas. En cuestión de segundos, la vida...
Yeah, these guys have unbelievably good graphic design. Disclosure is happening. We already covered that. Okay, why is Shasta? That's a term that's come up. This is a guy who's candidate for governor of New York. Why is this on the Super Soldier Talk Facebook page?
%. Now, I've been saying this for several years, and I was called cuckoo. And as of late, because of what you're seeing in Minnesota, people think, oh, maybe he might have a point there. right? And it is. It's cool. All right. Well, I'll give it to him anyways, whether they heard me or not. I'm sure you can read lips online.
The online ones work fine.
So it's in here. Yes. Oh, I could have just spoke louder.
No, it's better this way.
Okay, you like it this way?
So I'm David Collenberg. I'm a Siskiyou County farmer. I don't live too far from here. And yes, so Lewis is right. Working together is very important. A lot of people.
And the idea is we can't wait to be governor to do this. So it's we act now, so on and so forth. So
I don't want to watch all 50 minutes of this, but is this guy running for governor on like a super soldier platform, on like an SSP disclosure platform, something like that? If so, definitely vote for that guy. Okay. Queen Supreme Divination. Yeah, that's a good handle. Why are all the super soldiers wasting their time on Facebook groups when they could be doing some Blackwater space operations? Well, that's a good question. You see, a lot of them are now against the secret space program because they feel like they were taken advantage of. So they have to, spread the word on Facebook podcasts. Liking the look of this guy.
Hey everybody, this is Brett Luter. Welcome to the Brett Luter Show. This is episode 126. I have a gentleman by the name of Sean Bond joining me. He is a wizard.
Now you know that this guy has the drum. You can just tell this guy has that, the gub drum. No question.
He is a healer. He is a reader of all things mystical and cosmic, and he is somewhat of a kind of an archaeologist. We're not exactly sure. He's an interpreter of alien scripts and alien symbols. He's done some work surrounding the kind of the hot topic, the Boogosphere, and there's some other topics. The Ark of Tula, I want to ask him about, the Tablet of Sophia, and some other things. We're going to get into it tonight. So I'm very pleased to have your time. Sean Bond, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Lovely to be on your show. Met a while ago, and that was a fun time. So enjoyed your company.
Right. Vice versa. And more fun times ahead. We're both going to be appearing at the Alien event, March 20th to 22nd in LA.
Well, yeah, I mean, they do have perfect hairlines, but, these guys were genetically engineered to be, like, perfect warriors. So you can't, you can't be comparing, apples and oranges.
And, if you had fun in Las Vegas, I thought that the LA one in 2024 was actually bigger. And
my question is, are there any gay super soldiers? I mean, from what we've seen, there a lot of, not that we've discovered so far, a lot of them are definitely dumpy middle-aged women and or men. Okay, is this Louis Herms guy like a super soldier? Why does he keep getting posted in Super Soldier Talk Facebook group?
And more fun than Las Vegas in 2024. So, looking forward to that. Nice. It's going to be really fun. What are you going to be talking about there?
Okay, this is cool, but off topic. We need to spiral back. Why is Odyssey not working? No search results for James Rink? That's not possible. This is Odyssey we're talking about. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. So I want to see if there's anybody who's like gotten into the circumstances around his death. Jamiroquai and Rick James. All right. I know I saw... Where are these? They must have wiped his presence from Odyssey. Maybe they were all on Rumble. Rip James Rink.
I just saw on Facebook that James Rink has died, and people think what we do is a joke. No, we're literally putting our lives on the line to talk about this subject. This is very real, and the SSP is affecting your life every day whether you know it or not. They did it to send a message to the ones making disclosure you stop or we'll do the same to you. It's execution theater, but on SP veterans now, because we were starting to wake too many up. So please share this information with everyone. Get everyone to know what we share while we still can share. I felt that he died, and he hasn't answered messages when I asked him how he's doing in a while. I really was hoping I was imagining it.
Yeah, it do be like that. Okay, so this person does appear to have, death examined. Perfect. And this, for guys who this is your first experience with the Secret Space program, this is peak Super Soldier. You may not like it, but this is what peak Super Soldier performance does typically look like.
Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Friday.
Man, I really like her Q Grandma WWG1 WGA wall thing. By that, where. Oh, and it's a Q. I gotta get one of those. Wow.
Friday, December 5th, 2025. The Truther community.
Oh, and also Pat's fan. You're not gonna. you don't have to see about her hairline.
Lost somebody this past week.
I mean, for real, this like grandma style wall art Q WWG1 WGA. That's awesome. I desperately want one of those.
November 30th, James Rink of Super Soldier fame passed away. He had been speaking with those near and dear to him in the months leading up to his demise, and saying that he thought, since he had been in perfect health up until mid-September, that he had been the victim of a heart attack gun, at least, and that other things might have been going on. Now, I spoke to my good friend Linda Paris because she knew James personally, and I only know him secondhand. And she has, I will have a link to her BitChute channel for you. She has a number of interviews with him that are very enlightening. And she said that in those interviews, and you can hear it for yourself, James spoke openly that he just believed that his body was that of a clone. So in his last weeks, he said that he thought he had been the target of some shenanigans, that his health problems were being caused. There does seem to be a little bit of corroborating evidence for that, because James was working to have a Super Soldier Con in October, and his health problems started in September. And interestingly enough, or sadly enough, that he had two of his conference guest speakers experienced strokes, and two others reported heart issues.
Yeah, likely freaking story. He got James shrinked. Is she standing back and trusting the clan? Yes, clearly. Clearly. She is Q. Quite possible. Quite freaking possible. Q, W, WGG, 11GA, yeah. What does it mean? Oh, where we go one, we go all. Q, fire Q. Trigger, fire Q effect. I'm having Super Soldier Program Trauma or Fibro. Okay, we got a guy who's what's up, Cave Tater? This guy knows SSP. Fibro is, for those just joining us, just getting up to speed on this, fibromyalgia is actually a pretty common symptom among former super soldiers. We've firmly established that in the past. No need to relitigate that now.
These super soldiers who are coming forward are people who are.
But yeah, where we go one, we go. It's a Q. It's a Q thing. Fire Q.
In their 30s and 40s. Nobody's elderly, guys. And because of the fact that they're pretty aware of how the
They're all
world
in
really
peak
works around
physical
us,
condition.
I don't think many of them would have lined up for Jabberoos a few years ago. So we wondered what's going on. Is it a combination of things? Was his clone body breaking down? We are told that they don't last as long as the ones that we are given at birth. Or was that decay being accelerated? With other speakers for the conference being subjected to similar health issues, I think there's definitely shenanigans afoot. I have to say, though, I try not to dig too deeply into this. I want to be able to speak to you somewhat knowledgeably, but I don't want to have a bias. So I am going to ask the cards, and we're going to explore this topic together.
Oh, perfect.
We're going to see what happened to James Rink. Now,
okay, perfect. Yeah, I think this is exactly the video that we need to be watching right now. I would guess we're going to get a lot of answers here. I love how this ideology is just a schizo LARP hoi for him. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting how, I don't know, how they all kind of come together and do this sort of group mental, they gather the information, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff. Got hit with the American lifestyle death threat. Yeah, real. I hope she went to the conference. I don't know if she was a speaker. There were some real keynote speakers at the conference.
Again, my friend Linda Paris did a beautiful in honor of video about him, and I invite you to explore that. If the concept of super soldiers is new to you, it's an interesting rabbit trail to go down. I think it's a very valid one to go down, and I will have some links that can kind of get you started on that. Basically, it's kind of what you think it is, super soldier. It is people that got involved in covert programs that enhanced their abilities and had them use weapons and be part of ops that we are told right now aren't currently possible. Things that bend that time and space that the whitehouse.gov document spoke of and still speaks of. So something definitely worth looking into. And when I lived at James' website, he started posting videos 4 years ago. Those first videos got 400, 500 views. And now they're 10 times larger. His most recent ones were officially reaching an audience of about 5,000 people. And James said...
James, the content machine. Oh, it's a full moon tonight, BTW. Coincidence? Happy Black History Month, my brothers. Yes, indeed. Indeedly doodly. They have to stand back and traverse the plan, because if they ever looked into the files, they would find things only they could find. True.
In the interview that I will have linked to you that is on medium.com, he said that he thought that disclosure was being shut down, that it was being discouraged, that even this much apparently traction of the concept of super soldiers and the super soldier program was more than somebody out there is comfortable with. Well, let's see what the cards have to say, because they don't care who's comfortable. They're going to tell us what they're going to tell us. So let's find out. I will switch the camera, work with the cards, and we'll find out together. And we're going to find that out free of any veiling or obscuring efforts that have been made about this topic for this kind of an investigation.
That's good. I was concerned about that.
So we can work around any shields
no need to
that are
worry
up there
about that.
And get to the truth. Let's do it. James Rink, super soldier, was convinced that he had been a victim of a heart attack gun. So that is going to be the yes or no element in this read. We are going to ask if his assumption or theory that that one of his issues had been
All right, pay attention to this,
instigated.
guys, because I have a feeling that the results of this lady's tarot card readings will probably inform our investigation going forward.
By a heart attack gun. Is that accurate? Plus additional insights and information into what caused James to leave the earthly plane at the age of 45, when up until mid-September of this year, just 2 months ago, he was in perfect health and exercising, meditating, eating right, doing all the things to keep himself healthy and live a long life that he possibly could. What happened? We want this information to be free of any veiling or obscuring efforts or shielding that has been done by parties trying to keep shenanigans from being in the,
I'm pretty sure God says not to do this, but maybe I'm not a good enough Judeo-Christian. Well, yeah, but, is what it is.
Public knowledge. So please share the insights and information truthfully and clearly as it would have been conveyed prior to any shielding or obscuring
She's a
efforts
necromancer. I
that
mean,
might
listen,
have been
guys,
made.
sometimes, you have to sort of make temporary alliances with some unsavory figures when there's a lot of sort of sphere being alliance shields being deployed, We might have to ride a necromancer's coattails temporarily to get around the shielding devices, because it's like she said earlier, doing any research or looking into it at all, that could lead to bias. We need to avoid that. So we're gonna go kind of Yu-Gi-Oh mode for a moment here and trust the cards for just a moment. No need for the tarot cards. We already know the glowies did it. I mean, we strongly suspect that much, but we're just going to reconfirm that here. I wonder if anyone has done any numerology. Ooh, we're going to have to hit up the gematria calculator.
Okay, our first card is the Two of Wands.
Okay.
Then we have the Four of Wands. Recent past, we have the Ten of Cups.
Okay.
Page of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Guys, we have a hard yes already on the heart attack gun hypothesis that James had.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think we've already basically confirmed here. Everything we were saying was absolutely correct. James Rink was a super soldier, and he was hit with a heart attack gun right before Super Soldier Con 2025. I mean, look, it's right there, folks. Yeah.
For one of the triggers, no pun intended, for his heart issues. There were other issues going on, but he thought that the heart ones had been started by a heart attack gun, and the ace tells us yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed, yep.
Okay, the Knight of Swords.
Okay. Well, Knight of Swords, Swordmaster. Nikanishi Ringu.
Then we have the Four of Cups. I'm going to pull additional cards and we'll see, because James isn't the only super soldier that seems to be dealing with some...
Okay, so we've pretty much confirmed here that, yeah, everything we've been saying is absolutely true. Okay, good to know, good to know. Yeah, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Wait, this chick's name is Angie Regression? Let's just take a look at that. This is my regression video? Was James doing Angie regressing? What is going on? Why is he in bed?
I'd like you to tell me the very first thing you see or the very first impression you get as you come back down off of the cloud.
It looks like I'm near my old house on Cary Lane when I think I was 6 years old when we moved away from there.
Oh, okay.
We're going back to...
What is James doing right now?
486. All right.
So are you outside or are you inside the house?
Outside. Kind of see a little wooden fence in front of it.
Damn, I think he's literally age regressing right now. Is this some therapy to reveal hidden trauma? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a theme with the SSP people, is that maybe this is how they like unlock everything. It's doing these like Zoom call age regression sessions with Angie Dollar.
Go to the sidewalk. Go inside. There. Couch and chair in the living room area. I guess it's me when I was there. Kind of like a toddler, I guess.
Is there anybody else there around you?
Mom is in the kitchen doing something, cooking, I guess. I'm just playing with some blocks.
Yeah. Are you actually in your body playing with the blocks, or are you observing?
He's literally playing with.
Body.
He's literally playing with blocks in an age regret. Okay.
Okay, you can be observing yourself. That's fine. Let's see if there's something to know about that situation. Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
We can also move forward to a time when something's happening.
All right, what happens next? Oh, it looks like I'm in the right? What the hell is it called? Cradle? What are they calling it? Crib. It wasn't a crib. It's nighttime. I'm looking up and I see like it looks like a sphere or something. Like a glowing orb. And I try to touch it.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's awesome that he's doing age regression stuff. Very cool. Ooh, Susie Q for you. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so I got this physical letter here. Dear Mr. Bruce, I've watched your video twice. I gasped when I saw the burnt reptilians. Wasn't sure where the burned reptilians were.
Where's in your car rule?
And I thought about that. I don't know where in the video that was. There was one when I showed the footage of the Paul Walker crash. That was an example of bird reptilians, but as far as any movie that I published recently, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, she goes on and she says, when I wrote you the first time, maybe you didn't answer because you thought I was a nut. I'm not. Don't worry, I get that a lot. Don't think you're a nut. I love James. Nobody knew that. I was devoted. I very nearly dropped my cell phone when Jimmy Payne announced James' passing. I've seen each video memorial. JP, Dr. Andrea Martin, Ishmael Perez, and 2 others, getting too tired to remember any other names. I want you to know that James acknowledged God in one of his last 3 videos because I heard him. I listened to each video twice to learn as much as I could because he talks so fast. It was an issue. His heart and soul did.
Yeah, my bad. I accidentally put on the I put on the loudness filter for the age regression thing.
So she's saying his heart and soul did turn. Okay, he did what he did in God's strength, and he said so. I believe what we would call angels were standing by at God's command, waiting to escort him to heaven. I believe that in my spirit. I am deeply faithful too, Mr. Bruce, but the reward, okay?
Super Soldier voice box upgrade. Yeah, that also. Super Soldier conference. The conference was awesome. I keep seeing this Jimmy Payne guy get mentioned. Let's see what his deal was.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm James Rink. We have a very special guest here today at Super Soldier Talk with Jimmy Payne. And today we're going to be discussing the USS Eldridge, also known as the Philadelphia experiment. So today, Jimmy will explain how he became crew member of the USS Eldridge in 1962 and also earlier time under the command of German U-boat Captain Oscar Schneider, who was Phil Schneider's father. And we will also be discussing the return of the USS Eldridge in 2023 and Jimmy's request for the community for help with recovering in this vessel, or help assisting the people that are still alive on the vessel anyway. We will also be discussing about the nuclear war, which may happen sometime between 2023 and 2027.
Oh, boy.
So let me go ahead and read a little bio here. Super soldier agent Jimmy Payne, a.k.a. Dallas, was in the secret space program from 1959 to 1996. And through time travel is a lot more time than that. But during this specific time, he was a shuttlecraft pilot for the Tall White Warriors at Area 51 and participated in time travel missions with the Montauk Boys at Camp Hero. He also recalls working for Weyland Corporation, where he encountered a xenomorph at LV-426, which the movie Aliens was based off of.
Okay, wow. The documentary film Aliens. Okay, interesting.
He was stationed on Mars, Titan, and the Moon. On Mars, he has seen a broken statue of a giant face of a humanoid on a mission in 1974, along with Duncan O'Finian. He also remembers seeing Tommyknockers and type aliens in a cave on Mars, which were a muscular type of tall grays. On the Moon at Titan, he was stationed at a massive underground base. He was tasked with fighting a monster they called It.
It's a dumb base.
It looked like the
as you
Montauk
recall.
monster, type of Bigfoot creature that would gain strength by attacking it. He was also on a secret mission from Vandenberg Air Force Base, the Apollo 20 mission with William Rutledge, which they discovered an oriental-looking humanoid they called EBE, or EB Mona Lisa. Jimmy claims the Apollo 20 footage on YouTube is real, and that was actually our last episode when I brought him on here. We discussed all that. So if you want to send Jimmy a message.
Wow, there's just so much to dig into here. Here's one. They have an episode about the Montauk Project. I'm interested to learn more about this.
Hello, everybody. James Rink here, and I am in Camp Hero in Montauk, New York, and I have a special message for you today. This is a channel message from Kimberly Lusana from Saint Germain about this particular place on the planet, and in particular, the Montauk Project. So,
I love seeing James in sort of
unable to be here
vacation
today,
mode
but She has
here.
asked me to present this message on her behalf. Behind me here is the SAGE radar tower. So this was used as a means of communication from the 1940s to the 1960s before satellites were invented. It would create resonant frequencies around this area and in Montauk, and the facility located below it, there will be Montauk chair operators who would tap into this consciousness energy field created by the SAGE radar tower, and they would use that to open up portals and utilize it for time travel purposes. So let's discuss a little bit more about the sub-level time travel projects under Project Phoenix, which were a series of large-scale experiments in time travel mechanics. These projects were about finding out the exact ramifications of time travel on people, places, and things. It's the equivalent to feeding mice nicotine in order to discover how the nervous system would react. In other words, they cracked a lot of eggs.
Okay, so just like Stranger Things. Interesting. Damn, proof Orientals aren't human, just humanoids. Yeah. All right, guys, let's circle back here. I feel like we're getting a little off. We're getting over our skis here, guys. We got to circle back to the beginning. You know, if we're gonna figure out what the heck happened to Mr. Rink, so I'm pretty sure. Does this say when it was done? That this is his documentary he made prior to recovering his super soldier memories. Damn, I've been AWOL. What I miss? We've just been, gathering some background. We did have it proved to us via a sort of Norwooding old lady's tarot card reading that James Rink was hit with the heart attack gun. So that is confirmed. We can move forward with that. Status on that question, confirmed. But yeah, this is one he made. Okay, so in 2012, he made this. What does it say in his bio when he recovered his super soldier memories? Okay, so this is the official James Rink bio here. James Rink is a meditation practitioner, researcher, author, and video producer. As a super soldier in the secret space program, James Rink understands programming and trauma as explained in his online YouTube and later Rumble presence. Super Soldier Talk has helped awaken humanity. Trauma, My Labs, brainwashing. Producer of Change is on the Horizon. He spends his time perfecting the Neo meditation device. That's interesting. Who shot him, I wonder? Good question. That I don't know if we fully confirmed yet. We have confirmed, you were all there, we all saw, that he was shot with the heart attack gun. Oh yeah, this is his Neo meditation cube. Wow, only $8,700. Yeah, he does mention his Neo meditation cube in his book. Wow, only... Okay, you can get a sphere for $650, but I don't think you're going to want to cheap out on this. So guys, you're going to want to go to neologicaltech.com, and we're all gonna buy the Neo Monastery IDL 80 Meditation Supercube 3D printed for $8,700. Does it explain what it does? Few full details. For smooth customs, okay, whatever, what you get, all of this cool stuff, and at one Andara crystal, I mean, you're basically making your money back right there. The Neo Monastery Key IDL 80 cube has the equivalent strength of 9 units of the Neo Monastery IDL 22. The extra large core inside this cube contains a mix of crystals, including an Andara crystal, 22 karat onks. What do you do with it? Do you put it on your head? Does this Yo, what's up, CP? Trying to figure out, guys, should I spend $8,700 on a Neo Monastery IDL 80 Meditation Supercube? I kind of want to know do I put it on my head? This reminds me of the Orgone accumulator that I was just learning about. Yeah, this does seem sort of Orgone coded. Yeah, okay, yeah, you do put it on your head. Wait, is that yes that I should buy it for $8,700, or that you do put it on your head? Because if you put it on your head, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting stuff. Neo Ascension technology. Oh wow. Wow. So, damn. Look how look what happens when you put in 256 hours. 200. Okay. I mean, listen. A lot of people are poo-pooing dropping $8,700 on it, but look at some of the effects you may notice after using a Neo. May include increased energy, increased intelligence, integrated mind, body, and spirit, enhanced athletic performance, reversal of addictions. That's good. That's good. You're not even not addicted anymore. You're like inverse addicted. Removable of okay. I don't know, man. How positive are the reviews? That's a really good question. Do they have reviews? Customer support? Oh, wow. They have all kinds of good stuff on here. Regressions. $250. Okay, well, I'm assuming you can't do age regression with James Rink anymore. I would probably save that money for a big-ass immersion pod. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, testimonials. I have spent hundreds of dollars on crystals. The lowest grade Neocube was more powerful than all of them. It empowered me in many ways. Okay, guys. I mean, listen. You could spend hundreds of dollars on crystals or thousands of dollars on a Neocube. So don't waste your money on bullshit like crystals. We can watch one of these ultra.
So my name is Amelia, and I started using the Neocubes about 2 years ago, and I used it 4 times before I really.
I hope they like show how them putting it on their
And,
head.
when I knew something was really happening was because I felt a tingling sensation in both of my palms, and the tingling sensation only got stronger after a while of using it, and I would use it every single day. Okay. It was really intense. The Neocube, the faster that it would help you, but like I said before, you have to continuously use it and use it. So what would happen to me is that I would start.
Okay,
seeing,
so I guess you do not put it on your head. You just kind of sit next to it.
I would start seeing energy in a different pattern. Like it would be almost like like a little bit of thunder or lightning happening, and it was just like bolts of lightning. And
I'm disappointed that you don't put it on your head. I gotta say, for $8,700, I kind of want a cube that I can put on my head. And yeah, that might have literally been a smoke alarm. Yeah. Let's roll the tape back.
pattern. Like it would be almost like like a little bit of thunder or lightning. Before you have to continuously use it and use it. So what would happen to me is that I would start seeing the more powerful the Neocube, the faster that it would help you. But the more powerful the Neocube, the faster that it would help you. But
What do we think, guys? Is that what we think it is?
well, the Neocube, the faster that it would help you. But
Tough to say, but yeah, that is kind of a suboptimal design. I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, if it was like $5,000 and it's just a cube you sit with, that's one thing. But for $8,700, like, I want to be putting it on my head. I'm gonna be real with y'all. That is a ceiling bird. Wow. There's a giant golf ball-shaped ray dome near me, supposedly formerly for air defense, but perhaps actually a giant time travel neo-meditation orb. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Yes, that is what it is. I feel like I was watching a video yesterday where a guy was saying that like the HARP weather machines are yeah, now they're like white orbs or something. I think it might actually... Where was it? It was on the channel where I got the Noid intro music from. He was a cool guy. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Hi, I'm Zuli. I'm from New York City, and I brought the Scullium device. I've experienced peace and tranquility.
That looks like sidewalk chalk.
I've also experienced little synchronicities in my life. I really feel that the longer that I use it, I become personally stronger. My energy is different. I'm much more positive. I would say that it's the best device that I've ever brought in my whole life.
So I'm in Central Park.
This doesn't even have any footage of her using the cube. James, what are we doing here, bro? She seems high energy. Well, I think the thing with her is, like, she doesn't have the frickin'... She doesn't even have the cube. They didn't show her with the cube. I don't even know if she has a frickin' cube, bro. Today I learned you need a Nubian princess to sell an $8,500 plastic... Well, grift. Grift is such an unkind word. It's a cube. It's a cube. It's very different. I'd like to believe that this is just a scam that does nothing, but part of me thinks that this sort of like ayahuasca and just opens you up to demons or mental illness. I mean, yeah. Okay, what's interesting here, we're not going to dig into Tartaria today, guys. We've already kind of cracked that case wide open, but I like that this guy's name is Jason Q. I want to learn more about Jason Q. We Not Me on Rumble.com. And unfortunately for us, we've already got a Rumble.com window open. Wait, is that 7 hours long? Okay, we're not going to watch 7-hour video, but I really like that this guy's name is Jason Q, so we're going to check it out. We got to bring Q back, guys. 13 hours, holy shit.
Appreciated. We have so much to talk about today. First thing, we have Tammy Cuthbert Garcia coming back on. COVID-2, the novel coronavirus that causes COVID-19, in both Romania and Moldova. And we know they're hustling a bunch of kids out of Moldova too. L-I-N. There are 3 spellings.
Okay, we don't have time to look into whatever this guy is spending 13 hours talking about. Wow, these videos are all so long. Does he have any like videos? I don't think he has teeth. Yeah. I mean, he might have had to like remove them for some space program related reason or something. Okay, he only has long stuff. I like that his name is Jason Q. I think that's pretty awesome. Cubes are very J-coded. Are they? Do they have a lot of cubes? I know they have the little head cubes they wear sometimes. Lost Souls of Montauk. Ooh, yeah. Penny rules. We know Penny. We know Penny very well. Real picture, by the way. Real picture. All right. Okay, so let's get our bearings here, guys. We know that James was hit with the heart attack gun. That much we know. Could this politician have done that for some reason?
Stay out of government. Yeah. Because it's all about control. It's divisive and it's control.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but if anyone lives in California, you're going to want to vote for him. Apparently he's big in the Super Soldier Talk community. So yeah, definitely I'm going to formally endorse Louis Herms for governor of California. Veterans Against Treason. I wonder how much P James got from his Super Soldier Talk. I'm going to guess a lot. Would be my guess. I mean, if you saw where we watched the Super Soldier Con, the video from the conference, it was there for the taking. You know, you watch enough and like he's talking to dime pieces left and right. Such as this lady right here. God, the intro is so good. That's James, by the way.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Super Soldier Talk.
You're asking if James is cleaning up on P.
My name is James Rink, and thank you for coming on here today and joining us. Another amazing show. Today we have a very special guest.
And I have a feeling that interspersed throughout, if you watched enough episodes of Super Soldier Talk, I'm very confident that the answers to our mystery are hidden within. You know? So, really keep your eyes open, your ears open, and your mind open as we're viewing this evidence.
Her name is Nicole Aubrey. How are you doing today? Did I get it? Did I say your name right?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for joining me. I know you've put together an amazing book. We're going to discuss about that in just a bit. And I just also want to thank the audience members for joining us here on the live stream as well. So, Nicole has had paranormal.
Sorry, what is a Kundalini awakening? I feel like have we encountered this phrase before? Her Kundalini awakening in 2019. What is Kundalini? Does anyone know? Do you keep my butthole open? Yes, definitely.
Normal experiences her whole life, but it wasn't that. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just getting like some weird feedback. If need be, I can put my headset on. That's where I put those clunky ear headpiece on. So I'm hoping I won't have to do that today. But let's go on here. So has had paranormal experiences her whole life, but it wasn't until after her Kundalini awakening in 2019 that she started having contact with ETs. In the fall of 2023, she was pulled out of her body and shown firsthand her involvement in the secret space program. Since then, she has had numerous memories flood back through the astral and out-of-body experiences. She's had vivid dreams and meditation. And do you feel like you, well, yeah, just go ahead. Tell us what you think about that.
The mental hospital, you mean? Okay.
Correct.
So
what are the odds?
Yeah, it was, I don't actually remember too much, but what I do remember is, so there's the hospital. It's called the Royal Ottawa Hospital in Ontario, Canada, in case anyone's wondering.
Canada, let's go.
There was the hospital, the main building, okay? And then on the hospital grounds, there were these cottages. I stayed in the Madawaska cottage, and it was kind of like a group home for the kids. So the kids lived there. Upstairs was the bedrooms and a boys' washroom and a girls' washroom. And then the main level, there was like a kitchen, a living room, a little tutoring station, an office, and stuff like that. So we had appointments like with our psychiatrist. I had a psychopharmacologist who I'll get to her in a second but anyway, so I lived at the cottage, but I'd have to go over to the main hospital for my appointments. So what they let me do is use the underground tunnels. So when you leave the cottage, it's like a really tiny building. Like it's probably only 6 by 6, like so small. But you go into it and there's stairs going down.
Okay, yeah, she was in a mental hospital. Whatever, that's cool. This really caught my attention here on the official Facebook page here. I think we're gonna want to quickly view this and then we'll circle back.
For decades, researchers have been telling you that the reptilians are here for gold, for genetic material, for slave labor, or simply to feed on human emotional energy.
Loosh.
While all of these things are partially true, they are not the primary objective. They are byproducts, secondary benefits of a much larger and more terrifying agenda that almost no one is talking about. In the next 25 minutes, I'm going to reveal what the reptilians actually want from Earth. And when you understand it, everything you thought you knew about the alien presence, human history, the manipulation of consciousness, and where this timeline is heading will completely shift. This information comes from whistleblowers who worked in deep black projects, from remote viewers who accessed reptilian command structures, from abductees who were shown the endgame during their experiences, from ancient texts that describe exactly what happened the last time this cycle completed, and from the reptilians themselves who have communicated their intentions to specific contactees they believed would never be believed if they spoke publicly. What I'm about to tell you is so far beyond the conventional alien narrative that even most conspiracy researchers reject it, because accepting it means accepting that humanity's fate hangs by a thread, and that we are living in the final years before something changes permanently. The reptilians don't want to rule Earth. They don't want to enslave humanity forever. What they want is far more final than that. They want to take Earth offline completely, to sever it from the rest of the universe, and to convert it into something that has never existed before in this sector of the galaxy. A permanently quarantined consciousness prison from which no soul ever escapes, not through death, not through awakening, not through any means whatsoever. And they are closer to completing this than most people realize. Before I reveal the end game, you need to understand what reptilians actually are, because even this has been confused and distorted. The reptilian species we're dealing with is not a single, monolithic group. There are multiple factions, multiple agendas, and multiple timelines of involvement with Earth. The original reptilian race, the Alpha Draconis lineage, is an ancient spacefaring civilization that evolved on planets with very different environmental conditions than Earth. Their evolution produced cold-blooded physiology, hierarchical pack consciousness, survival of the strongest social structures, and a fundamental relationship to reality that is so alien to human consciousness that most humans cannot comprehend it, even when it's explained. Reptilian consciousness does not value individual life. It values genetic lineage and species dominance. It does not feel empathy as humans understand it. It feels a...
Okay, that's awesome. Well, that's awesome. 3-1 Atlas leak. Book of Consciousness. Halo Power Armor, we already covered that. This doesn't really sound like Halo lore. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I don't know. I like the graphics, but it's a little it's not really Halo coded enough. I did remote viewing during James' podcast. Regressive. Okay, so are they all into age regression? That's kind of interesting.
Hi everyone, just wanted to record a very short video.
Did James get P from his super soldier stuff?
Here was your good news. James Rink, my old friend, we've been friends forever. He invited me to be a speaker at his conference he's organizing in the Bay Area, Tampa, near St. Pete's Beach. I will make an official announcement later after I receive details from him. So as you know, James Rink has channel Super Soldier Talk and Super Soldier Live channels, and I usually have a hard time following the podcast because he usually makes them at night and finishes at around midnight, which I have kids and I have to put them to sleep. So I miss them, but yesterday, this podcast popped up for me on Super Soldier Talk Live, and this woman, Rainetta, so the title is Rainetta Spider Queen Chronicles Continued. And I recognize this woman right away because I know this is a sign, a message from my soul that I'm connected to her. And I know I remember her from the underwater military bases.
Okay.
I knew that right away the minute I saw her, and I said hi to James in the live chat, and he said, "Oh, hi Oksana, why don't you connect to what we're observing?" They were viewing underwater military bases, Bermuda Triangle, Antarctica, I think it was Atlantic Ocean military bases too, and the moon surface and the bases there too. And I tuned in, and started typing in the live chat what I was seeing, what I was receiving, the information I was receiving, and Rainetta was repeating and like saying that she sees exactly the same when she remote views those areas, which my vision and my information coincided 100% with hers. And you can actually watch. I'll leave the link to that podcast under this video. You can watch it because James reads my.
Okay, what is this bitch yapping about? I don't know. Something about remote viewing, I think. Okay, this is an interesting post here. Let's check this out. To prohibit non-consensual neural interfaces, mandate kill switches in all bidirectional systems, expand RICO. This reads like a Francis E. Deck thing. Expand RICO to cover neural racketeering, establish civilian sovereignty over the human mind, and provide immediate recourse for victims of black budget experimentation in the Senate of the United States. Okay. What is this bitch yapping about? Indeed. Okay, disclosure. They're really pushing that guy for governor. Myron, you should vote for that guy for governor. Apparently he's like a super soldier or something. Have these guys not cracked the case on Facebook yet? Like, what is going on? Oh yeah, I mailed it in. Let's go. Let's freaking go. They're posting Benny Johnson videos. Okay. Okay, which one of these looks like it's going to lead to our next clue? That's what I want to know. Secret space program. Okay, maybe if we get out of the super soldier talk sphere cube, some of these people might have some insights. Penny, we love Penny. Nachtwaffen pilot Penny. What's her newest video? If I ate 3,000 calories of butter or drank 3,000 calories of soda, which one do you think I would gain more weight from in a week? Good question. What's up, Dr. Peanut Butter? I think probably the soda, but maybe, do we have any experts in chat who can reveal that? I'm saying go with the soda, but really, why not both? Okay, has even Penny not put out a video, like, accusing somebody? Butter. My thoughts are you would piss out all the soda. Maybe so, yeah. Myron's saying butter. CP is saying butter. Everybody's saying butter. You can't gain weight from liquids. You just piss it all out, obviously. Yeah, it's fat first car. But don't you, like, lose weight if you stop drinking soda all the time? Or switch to a Hyperborean diet soda? I feel like carbs make you fatter. Ooh, found USB drive with videos from Secret Space Program. Yes, please. It's an interesting soundtrack to this one. Why do you need to gain a bunch of weight so fast, Dr. Peanut Butter? Carbs convert to fat on your body easier or something. I don't know. I love fat, so I just believe it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure butter is good for you. As is soda. So ooh, explosion. That looks like Mars to me. Interesting. Yeah, real Myron. If it's a healthy fruit soda like Orange Crush or Sprite, you are fine. Yeah, real. I don't need to. I'm just discussing with my friends, but I feel like certain foods you just shit or piss out, and you can't create matter without matter, so one's got to be better than the other. Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of true, because like butter, you don't shit or piss out. It just stays in your body. So yeah, probably butter. Probably you're going to want to start eating sticks of butter. Okay, so this appears to be okay. I do have my actual footage thing up. Actual footage. That's fine. This is actual footage. This is how the secret space program operates. Wow. Whoa. Okay, we're going to run that one back real quick, guys. Is that Master Chief? Yeah, that was one thing we did learn earlier, that Halo is real. Halo is real, and it's part of the secret space program. Whoa! Indeed. Okay, those posts on the DHS Twitter, that was disclosure. We did learn that earlier, that was real disclosure. Those pictures of, we can probably find them pretty quickly here if I'm still on the, oh yeah. Yeah, this is disclosure. People thought it was just a funny meme, but this is disclosure right here. A little thing called disclosure. Look it up. This is one of the best videos I've ever seen in my life. This is all real. This is all true. Damn, he's literally getting hell divers dropped in. Oh, thank you for the 5, Dr. Peanut Butter. What if I smoke 3,000 calories of cigarettes? Good question. I'm going to guess you'd gain a lot of weight. Why is it in Chinese, though? It can't be real disclosure from American government? Well, okay. With that, again, we did cover that earlier because Bushido Swordmaster, Shaolin Swordmaster Dan Cooper, Super Soldier, did go to China on his 2020 and back deployment to help them invent 0-point energy. So the Chinese are pretty deeply involved here, actually. How did he get this footage? That's what I want to know. Wow, this is Zayst. Wait, was that literally a Halo ODST trailer that was playing there? It's the same tech that filmed the moon landing v Secret v Rio. Oh, wow. Pause. I'm saving that video for later. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching this video again. This is actually such a perfect intro video. This guy is very brave to blow the whistle. Wow. I mean, I just don't know how he smuggled all this actual footage out of the SSP. That's what I wonder. I mean, that's risky. Okay, if this is made in Gemini, like, how are these people so much better at making AI videos than I am? I've been trying to do it, and it all looks like dog shit compared to this pure premium Kino. That's incredible, though. I love great video. Great video. Oh, okay, this guy looks like he's got a font of wisdom. Does he have any videos filmed in the front seat of his car? That's what I would like to know. Trump administration is in shambles after this was released. Yeah, I mean, I'm still not sure. I'm not sure where to place Trump in the SSP spectrum. Because according to this disclosure that we all viewed earlier, he's literally friends with Master Chief, which would put him presumably as a pretty high-ranking officer in the secret space program. But, you know, how deep does it go? That's what I'm wondering. In the bean. It's in the bean, y'all. Where's the one I was... Okay. Man, this guy... To whistle blow on that type of stuff, I mean, this guy's got two lazy eyes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right now. Okay, we're gonna circle back to this guy on a later date, but I really enjoyed his whistleblower truth there. That was Awakening Cosmic Reality Show. Ooh, exposed. Let's go.
Guys, some more information. This time we're going to touch on the secret space program. And this is some more information from Richard Bello, who I stumbled across, who clearly is a very clued up, awakened individual.
Okay, we've all been absorbing a lot of hard to swallow truth acorns. Let's just take a moment to check in with some cool synthwave from friend of the show, Super Galactic. All right, awesome. Awesome stuff. Synthwave trap metal? Absolute Kino. Yeah, real. If any of our top guys put what's Bob Hickman up to tonight?
Welcome to Facebook Live, you all. It is.
Yo, what happened to his eye? Has Bob been going through some sort of Illuminati ritual with the black eye?
January the 1st, 2025. And I'm still a little bit rough looking. I'm still recovering, but I'm doing okay, I guess. It could be a lot worse.
What happened to Bob?
Just jog. And I'll probably start doing my hour jog again tonight. It is a day where some...
Did his prisoner escape and punch him in the face on her way out?
Things are closed, and some things close early. There is not a lot
Yeah,
that I can
exactly,
go out and do.
Roscoe. I think Bob's hostage may have escaped after punching him in the face.
There is a lot to go out and do. I'm just taking it for granted, I guess. I have the whole world at my doorstep, and I'm just not doing anything about it. But anyway, I guess God is telling me to not go a lot of places with this black eye still there. It is way better than it was.
Yeah, real.
It looks to me like swelling.
Meth ladies do be escaping.
It's all going down. That was swollen up so bad that it had my eye shut, just about. I could see out of it, but couldn't. I could feel the pressure from the swelling pushing this way and that way. Anyway, I hope that you guys had a good New Year's Eve, New Year's morning, that little period there where everybody celebrates the New Year. I think they just celebrate, you know, I don't think they care about it.
Okay, glad to see Bob is doing well. That's awesome. You love to see it. Has Pinky changed his batteries yet?
Y'all, when I see one of them videos that you know you ain't supposed to see, that you know ain't supposed to be on the internet for real, I just be thinking to myself, man, this stuff is just sad. What did I do to be on this earth where this same stuff is happening? What did I do to be on a dimension where stuff like this is going on? And y'all, it's some messed up.
Answer, no. Answer, no, he is not.
On this earth where this same stuff is happening. What did I do to be on a dimension where stuff like this is going on?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll tune in. We'll tune in next week to see if he's got to that yet. Any day now. I want to find more of those badass like Halo SSP stuff. Robert Zephyr is just gonna be walking around. Well, I guess up and down an escalator. Let's watch Robert Zephyr walk up an escalator.
As World War II.
Okay, he walked away from the escalator. That's sort of a plot twist.
The United States rushed to collect as many former German National Socialist scientists as possible through a secret mission called Operation Paperclip. As some had been branded war criminals at Nuremberg, the U.S. military whitewashed the backgrounds of many scientists in an attempt to justify hiring them. Knowing that trouble was brewing already with the Soviet Union, these scientists were employed by the U.S. in a wide variety of roles, from military intelligence.
Guys, I've said it before, but secret space program is hot girl heaven. We all know it's true.
My name is Melinda Leslie. I'm a researcher of the covert ops, reverse engineering of extraterrestrial abductees, and everything I'm about to tell you is the truth to the best of my knowledge.
Whoa!
My research is about the covert ops and intelligence community military involvement in the harassment, surveillance, and re-abduction of abductees for the purpose of reverse engineering extraterrestrial
Why is whitewashing never a good thing? Good question. Very good question.
abductees to gain information that these covert ops types are looking for.
Okay.
This involves everything from harassment and surveillance to re-abduction, where they are then picked up and abducted.
Ooh, message from the Reptilian Rebellion of Light and Science.
Thank you, James Rink, for all that you do to enlighten humanity. Thank you, James Rink, for all of the effort you have put.
Okay, why are they putting the accent on the AI voice? Let's be real, folks.
Both during this arduous time of ascension. Thank you, James Rink, for all that you do on behalf of all beings, especially those of us that have no voice. The Reptilian Rebellion of Light and Science.
Hello everybody, James Rink here.
This is
today I'm going to
youthful
present to
James
you
Rink.
something
This must be when he was 36 and looked 17.
a little bit different. Actually, this is a message which may have been from the ETs, but I just thought I would present it to you and let you decide. Again, I can't vouch for the validity of any of this content because, well, for starters, everything that I present to you is based on what others say, so it's basically just hearsay at this moment. But I figured it was interesting enough to present it to you. So here goes. Basically, the way this all begins is that an associate of mine offered to channel an entity named Tian, and if you've seen any of the prior episodes that I've done, I did a show. Well, it was basically.
I wonder when this is from, because like this video was uploaded in 2021, but James looks like 20 years younger than he does in any of his other videos. So maybe it's just the extreme psychic pressure of having to do all of this disclosure, coupled with like psychic, biopsychic attacks, really like wear you down. What? Okay, wow. Thank you, Blood Logos. Yes, clones age faster. We've already covered that. Big mistake on me.
Yeah, this content from Adam Z. You have to go way back. Is actually the first one that I did with Adam, and Adam claimed to channel an entity known as Tian, who claimed at that time that he was a 12-foot tall reptilian. And actually, the picture behind me is Adam's drawing.
Can you all see that picture behind him? Guys, was The Fifth Element real? Was that movie real and true?
But
also, how much of this is these people are like inventing $8,700 channeling cubes and channeling reptilians and then going crazy? Is that what's going on? None of it. Okay. Thank you, Myra.
It was like a crocodile snout. And he's a reptilian scientist from Direeds 1564. He claimed he worked on super soldiers for the military, and he didn't like how the military was treating us, so he attempted to contact me through Adam and deliver a message. Basically, he wanted us to help find their files. He said they're in Iowa or something, but that's beside the point. You can go back and listen to that. So I asked my friend to channel this entity, and Tian basically reiterated that Nathan was still on the moon, because that's one of the things that Tian told me, is that Nathan was on the dark side of the moon being held in a trip chair, and that's where he's been for the past, I guess, 10 odd years. And he said that Nathan wouldn't remember me even if I was able to somehow rescue him. But anyway, so I was just joking. It's like, well, at that point, okay, so my friend channeled Tian, and that's all he said. He said Nathan's still on the moon, and I was like, well, can you get anything else? And wasn't able to get anything else. But I was just joking. I said, well, maybe these reptilians should. Why don't they ever just call us on our phone or something? You know, why do they have to go through all these weird methods of delivering messages? So the next morning, my friend claims that some entity called him up and left a voicemail, and I'm going to read that to you. It says, "Thank you, James Rink, for all that you do to enlighten humanity. Thank you, James Rink, for all the effort you have put forth during this arduous time of ascension. And thank you, James Rink, for all that you do on behalf of all beings, especially those of us that have no voice. The reptilian rebellion of light and science." And I'm going to play that in just a moment. But
Wait, is that
what
the
I find
Indian
curious.
lady voice that he got? Yo, what's up, compact trash? James Inc. Real. See another could be. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look into this Adam character. I hope they didn't take down the videos of the suicidal guy who is a magic spirit dragon who fought and killed God. Yeah, let me know if you do find that. I wouldn't mind. I'd be interested to look into that.
About this is that I did a regression with Alex Diaz.
Okay, the fact that this is all based on age regression is also really awesome.
About 2 years ago, and back then I didn't record it. I wish I did. So now I record all my regressions, but afterward, because because during this regression, Alex went into an underground facility and he saw some reptilian beings and he attempted to communicate with them, and one of them started speaking in some alien language, which I believe is probably, well, at least Tian claimed it might be as called Zion, is what they go by. But then Alex started speaking in this other language, and it sounds something like Pawa Kish Tish Kasha Kosh To Simpuali Kawa Bersi Sira Sis Como Tekto. Okay, so it almost sounds Mayan, but
okay, we watched one of his regressions earlier, and he was talking about like playing with blocks and stuff. I think it was straight up an age regression. It might be a past. They might also do past life ones, but the one we watched earlier, I'm pretty sure was a age regression. Am I a clone of James Rink? Yes.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Anyway, he claims it translates to, well, he also said it in English too. That's why I know this, what he says. It says, James Rink, you are a great one. Thank you for everything you are doing. Without you, we reptilians wouldn't think of humans the same as we would. So, there you go.
Sorry, are the reptilians good guys or bad guys? What are we thinking here? Because that's a pretty nice message.
I don't really know what to take about all this. I'm very grateful that our scaly lizards would think of me that way, but I've never heard of this reptilian rebellion of light and science. I guess they sound a little bit nicer than the ones that are running this planet, but anyway.
Okay, so maybe this is the reptilian rebellion of light and science. Maybe they're like a breakaway faction of good reptiloids, but the normal ones are evil.
Love and light to all of them, I guess, and let's keep on moving on this disclosure movement. Maybe we can do a little bit more than just have little voicemails or messages on cell phones. It could be maybe on TV. I don't know. All right. Well, that's enough.
Reptilians are not good guys. Hearing some mixed opinions on it. I mean, the reptilian rebellion of light and science, they seem okay. I was actually about to ask whether these people were super soldiers. Were they fighting for the good guys or the bad guys? Because there's a lot of talk about space Nazis. That's interesting. Because, that's actually a really good question. Because, I mean, a lot of them, like the SSP is sort of a, it's like that documentary we watched earlier where the guy got turned into Master Chief. He was talking about all the sort of, like, torment that he underwent after being kidnapped by the SSP and turned into Master Chief, which makes it seem like the SSP are the bad guys, but then they're like fighting reptiloids and stuff on Mars, so it might be a Warhammer Emperor situation where, like they have to do some terrible things, but then again, apparently the reptilians are in charge of this planet, so maybe the reptilians who run Earth are using human test subject super soldiers to fight like reptilian, like their reptilian enemies? I don't know. Wow.
Whoa!
I'm not sure what to think anymore. I don't know if up is down or left is right. I wonder if the people on the Super Soldier Talk Facebook group know. Because I'm actually not entirely sure. Is the SSP like good guys or bad guys? I have no idea. Where does loosh harvesting fit into the picture here? Well, I'm imagining that they need to harvest our loosh because, I mean, if you just think about it logically, like Asmongold, you need a lot of power to send like a Helldivers 2 bullet with a Master Chief all the way to the surface of Mars to fight reptilians. So I'm guessing that the loosh harvesting has to do with sort of powering up that whole thing.
Nazi Germany had quietly reached agreements with reptilian-looking extraterrestrials
Okay, I do have the actual footage thing up. Good.
and was building prototype spacecraft reverse-engineered from craft handed over by the reptilians. Nazi Germany failed to weaponize these advanced spacecraft in time to win World War II. However, the most successful prototypes were taken to Antarctica, along with the most talented scientists, to establish the first secret space program called the Nachtwaffen, or Dark Fleet. Nazi Germany had quietly
I think
reached
that probably answered a lot of questions going around in the chat. Think about it like asthma. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, whenever you need to like logic through something, just kind of ask yourself, what would Asmongold say? And you'll probably get to the most sort of logical answer. Antarctica, aka Hoth. Yeah. Dark Fleet, isn't that a 40K reference? I think once you study the concept of revelation of the method, you'll realize that you can really incorporate any type of, fantasy, sci-fi references into your own personal history. Like we learned earlier that the Alien movies are actually real. You know, we were listening to somebody who worked literally for the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, doing 40K stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's all right in front of us. So basically think of a sci-fi movie. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, actually, that's real. Gray aliens are human colonies in space. But yeah, that's, this is unusual for our investigations, because usually, bing, bang, boom, we solve the case. I feel like this one is sort of raising more questions than answers. You know, we have confirmed that James Rink was killed via heart attack gun. Who is this guy?
Hello and welcome. It is January 17th, 2026, and only 6 hours ago, ALMA's millimeter wave array detected something from 3i Atlas that has a 0.008% probability of occurring through abiotic processes. I am talking about homochiral molecules, organic compounds with single-handed chirality, which is the undeniable signature of biological selection. Picture this: an interstellar comet 129 million kilometers from Earth ejecting amino acids. Not just any amino acids, but left-handed only. Pure L configuration. No right-handed.
Oh, wow, this video's this is 20 minutes long. Wow. What would like compel somebody to make such a thing?
What can I do for you, Riley?
A song.
Okay. Neurosurgeon describes alien he treated. I want more Zayst Halo edits. How do we find those? Star Trek is real confirmed.
Whoa!
I'm coming out to my family and friends tomorrow as a left-handed homo amino acid. Y'all remember the Data Picard song by Pogo that slapped? I do not, no. Okay, how do we find... What was the... I think I copied it down. Maybe this guy has more... I want more videos like this. This shit rules. Okay, this would appear to be actual footage from a dumb base. And it appears to be a Sphere Being Alliance one, judging from that red sphere. Single two-way planetran elliptical 28-foot diameter tunnel. Yeah, I'm good at getting oh, you know what? I got to write this down. At some point, maybe next week. I feel like all of these truth acorns are a lot to get down. We need to do the CERN tunnel evil ritual video at some point. CERN tunnel opening. I'm getting like weird Eurocrat, demonic train CERN ceremony vibes from this. So we'll look at that next week, maybe. This is cool, not as Halo coded as I was hoping for. Okay, Halo. Man, these guys, ooh, spaceships. Oh, interesting point. Rand Corporation, Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged, Atlas 3-1. Wake up, sheeple. Whoa! Yeah, what's the deal with the Rand Corporation? Are they linked to the secret space program?
I thought I got a signal. Our preview of Tomorrowland, a vista into a world of wondrous ideas, signifying man's achievement, a step into the future, with predictions of constructive things to come. Tomorrow offers new frontiers in science, adventure, and ideals, and the hope for a peaceful and unified world.
The site is active.
Atlas Shrugged was the most boring shit ever. I haven't read Atlas Shrugged, but I thought The Fountainhead was really good. Transhumanism? What is the Internet of Bodies? All I know is about the Rand Corporation is it's like sinister. And everybody talking about it is Mexican. All of these people are Mexican. Well, I guess they don't want us to watch this one.
So let's talk about the Internet of Bodies. This is a report that...
Okay, I'm good. I'm good on that. Speaking of Mexicans, Bad Bunny won Album of the Year. The whole awards show was slop. Whoa! Yeah, I believe that. Hello, I am Bad Bunny. He's doing the Super Bowl, is he not? But yeah, I also have never heard a Bad Bunny song. Fountainhead is a better read. I just like the idea of rich dudes living in a secret mountain. I'm probably going to at least attempt to read Atlas Shrugged this year sometime. I thought Fountainhead was really good. Okay, does nobody English speaking ever talk about the Rand Corporation on Odyssey.com? Anyway, I guess we're getting sidetracked here. I just want to find more awesome Halo videos. What was that on this tab?
Apprentice minds in his
SSP Halo. We're shooting our shot, boys. Conejo malo. And this is people playing literal video games.
This one goes out to all lovers. To all lovers. To all lovers.
This seems pretty cool. I want to believe Flat Earth so bad because the ice wall seems really cool. Yeah, that does sound cool. Hugh, have you ever tried growing a beard? Yeah, it doesn't come in the best. I could probably try it out. I get the sort of the goatee range, and then it gets somewhat patchy, but I'm sure I could power through it, and then it would turn into sort of a lustrous Reddit guy beard, I'm positive. Peso Pluma is pretty cool. He has a song about Lil Wayne that's pretty dope.
Whoa!
Are we sure these aren't just screenshots of Stellaris ships? No, these are screenshots of Noctwaf and Darkfleet ships. It says right there. Where do you think the Stellaris designs come from? Yes, Truth Nuke indeed. How old are you? I am 19 years old. Starseed Experiencer. Yeah, I don't know what music this is. Why do these people have access to such like Kino graphics and music? Do you think this is Jerusalema by Vargo? Ooh, yeah, good question. Are you asking for Super Soldier age or clone age? Because there is a big difference. Is Audrey Walters single? Who's that? Oh, here, the Starseed. Let's find out. We have done some Starseed stuff. What are the odds? Maybe she killed James Rink. I mean, why else would her Starseed stuff be posted on the Super Soldier Facebook?
Marissa! What time is it? It's Divine Mother Earth time!
Whoa! Hello, everybody. It's Laura Eisenhower. I am the co-host of Divine Mother Earth Time.
And I'm the other co-host of Divine Mother Earth Time. I'm Marissa Acochello. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, well, we have a very special guest today. I've known Audrey for quite a number of years. We've done a number of events
super
together.
QT alien. Starseed Netlink, Audrey. She seems to be broadcasting from space, which is kind of interesting. It's weird because Noid aesthetics are generally very ugly, except for the 1% that really hits. Yeah, I feel like they punch above their weight in like looking awesome. Wonder if I can find this. What was that? Okay, does anyone have every episode of Chrome Boys memorized? Does anyone? What's the local? Oh, it's right here. Awesome. Google my search. Like, I feel like often it looks incredible, and it'll be like, it's kind of like black people like Instagram filters. It's just they have access to like graphical technologies that I just haven't thought about. I wonder what this dude's up to. Yeah, this is some local guy who would write his shit on dumpsters and was being harassed by the Royal Canadian Masonic Police. When you were on Super Soldier Disability, you have a lot of time to make cool Noid. Yeah, maybe that's it. I just don't have time to learn how to like make graphics in like Source Engine or whatever. Sorry, I do want to. Where are those beautiful Starseed angels?
I've gotten to know you a little bit, and I've just been so fascinated by your journey, your story, and your recent book. So we look forward to just diving right in.
Yeah, I'm going to read a little bit about you from your bio, Audrey.
Perimenopause hormones. I'm gonna have to take your word for that one. How do I get on Super Soldier Disability? I don't know. I feel like James Rink was a big, funnel for that. But you call the government, and just explain your situation, that you've just age regressed, and remembered that you're a super soldier, and you need, it's time for them to give you your pension that you earned.
Starseed experiencer and a contactee for most of your life. You were hijacked by the SSP, the Secret Space Program, and you're...
Okay, it's crazy how like everything links together. Like, I did not realize that the Starseeds and SSP people were like all in the same van. Like, what is going on?
Young teen life that brought you some important information that you share on your YouTube channel, which we're going to link to, called Starseed Netlink. You started to help teach general public about different spiritual topics and research, and also about talking about galactic politics and how they affect Earth. It's really fascinating. On your YouTube channel, popular series called Space School Lesson, through your published book, that was inspired by it, called Space School Lessons Volume 1, Beginner's Guide to Galactic Politics, on Amazon and Kindle.
Why does the SSP choose women with cluster B disorders to be the soldiers? I think you're really going to want to stop digging on that one. Yeah, my answer to that is just stop digging.
Which you base your teaching from otherworldly beings that grew up from stars.
Oh, is that a book I should spend $50 on Amazon to get a hold of?
You're also in the process of writing your second book and edition 2 of your first. You are a spiritual consultant, and you do readings to help people with their spiritual aspects of themselves and experiences that they have. So welcome. We can't wait to hear all you have to tell us.
Yeah, Audrey, I mean, take us into your journey.
Okay, she hasn't spoken yet. Speech impediment, speech impediment, speech impediment, speech impediment, speech impediment.
Walk us into just your teen years, what happened, and just the starseed remembrance and awakening?
Well, I've been having experiences ever since I was a baby, so this has been going on my entire life.
Okay, I don't know if that's a speech impediment, but it kind of seems like she talks without moving her teeth at all, which it's kind of like a speech impediment, I guess. Huh. Can I become a super soldier? Yeah, I mean, you just have to do enough regression, kind of like regression sessions, and you'll uncover your like hidden memories. That's what happened to me. That's how I remember being, sort of an expert in zero grav CWC, which I'm sure we'll talk about more later. Bruh, her head hanging off her neck. She's cooked. I think their minds break because they were super soldiers, not the other way around. Yes. Whoa. Truth Acorn. Yes. Jeff Dunham syndrome. Or do I have to... I think age regressing is an important step in remembering that you already are a super soldier. Yeah.
I started to... I think it was right during the pandemic or right after. It's like they were like ramping me up. Like, you need to come out, you need to speak out and teach the public about what is actually going on, because... they from their standpoint and from my standpoint is that they're not asking or answering the questions that the general public has. Like, why aren't they showing themselves? Why aren't they answering the questions? And so that's where basically I come in and basically explain to people and the general public, like, this is the reason why there's a law about this, and I explain in detail about it. So I started my YouTube channel about 4.5 years ago. It was a beginner's channel for people to...
Yeah, good point, Myron. That is, if you think you might have been a super soldier and are possibly a clone of a super soldier, that you've done your 20 and back, and now you're sort of trying to make sense of things in the normal world, that you might have been a literal Master Chief doing Halo stuff in a sort of 3D rendered environment. Yeah, I really think sort of step one to rediscovering that, to remembering it, is you are going to want to put on a diaper. You're going to want to get some blocks, and then kind of lay on your belly, kicking your feet, and play with blocks. And if it feels sort of familiar and comfortable to you, you're going to want to further explore your super soldier past, because you definitely were a super soldier. Yeah, kind of simple as. Chronic blown out bum. Super soldier. Real. She has autism. Sarah with the SSP. Taruk. Yeah. Oh, she has autism eye contact aversion.
to like come and just basically
Yeah.
help them.
And I don't know. That's something about the way she talks is really weird. It's like she really only occasionally moves her teeth to talk. But yeah, I mean, the autism might be a side effect of all of her Starseed super soldier encounters. And up until now, even I, an expert, owner of James Rink's Lone Wolf Alpha Copy, low copy over, I didn't even know that the SSP was capturing Starseeds. I kind of thought that was a whole separate phenomenon. Just goes to show you how connected everything is. These other two ladies look like they just got done spending all their husband's money on wine and Super Soldier ebooks. Dang. I wish I had a button that said based. Well, so I'll do this one. Don't care. Still would. It's probably because of the Super Soldier implant. Probably, yeah. What's her at? Okay, this is her channel here. Her channel is at StarNetlink777, Starseed Netlink. Personally, I'm a subscriber to it, but you can do you on that. And if you want to send her money, here are your options. Oh wow, she's got her she's got her. If anyone wants to add her on Discord, it's right there. That's interesting.
break down topic subjects. Like what is general knowledge into some of these communities is not general knowledge to other people. That
Yeah, I need a based. I need a Zaist. I should start a list of that actually. I need some to upgrade certain sound effects. Get her in the Discord. I keep going for my Zaist button and it's not there. I mean that's to me now the Truth Acorn button. Yeah, that'll do. You guys need to get her on the pod. Yeah. I wonder, yeah, we should get her on the
they're
Discord.
starting out, so it can be very, very far advanced or very hard for them to understand. So they come to my YouTube channel, I break down the topics, I answer their questions, and then they can just basically branch out to other YouTube channels that have more information, because they basically got to that point where they just catched up, and now they can just branch off and just ask other questions and stuff. Slowly over time, it started turning into a research channel. I started realizing that people regurgitate information a lot, just spin it. And I was like, well, there's a whole lot of new information out there that people have not explored or have not have asked those questions. So that's basically where I come in, and it's like, well, these are the research topics, these are the questions that I'm doing, and just basically like just explain it all and just do those research and get people interested in talking about those topic subjects.
Let's go.
And then over the course of after like 2.5 years on
We'll
the
report
channel, I
back
started
after
my
our
own
wedding.
council. So
Let's go.
I've been noticing that there is a lot of representation out in space or like in the galactics and stuff, but there isn't really a focal point or like an actual council.
This is very similar to my research. That's true. That's true.
So that represents the actual.
All right, well, Manic Fused Egg, you better add her on Discord pretty quickly. You better do that right now.
General public of the world. And so usually when we have representative, they always have sketchy agendas or they have something that does not benefit the whole of humanity. So that's basically where my little council comes in, because we represent the general public. We don't really have like hidden agendas. It's all straightforward.
What? Sorry, what is she talking about?
More people around the world to be more diverse and just share our opinions, but it's like we need a council that represents the actual general public of the world.
Nice.
I have a question. I mean, the general council's really interesting, but why were you hijacked by the secret space program to begin with? Why? What was it that they wanted from you?
For the most part, from what I've been understanding, it was because of my galactic lineage. I recently found out that I have galactic royal lineage. This was through a QHT. This was through a QHT session, which I got confirmed that the reason why they probably hijacked me was because of my galactic royal lineage. I'm deeply rooted and connected to the Stargate system. I recently got confirmed that I'm also connected.
Let's be real, dudes. She's probably only into super soldiers. Well, that's why you guys need to start age regressing yesterday. You know? If you want a descendant of galactic royalty. Okay, Dr. Peanut Butter's on. He's on it, yeah. But yeah, start age regressing ASAP. Bring out the inner super soldier, and you'll have a QT autist who like can't really open her mouth properly. You know, wrapped around your finger right away. How many boxes of wine have they drank between the three of them? Okay, I'm gonna guess that the two hosts probably at least one each. What's this chick's name again? Audrey Walters. I'm gonna guess she's stone cold sober or on like pills. Probably a lot of pills. I'm not really getting wino vibes from her. I could be wrong. I'm gonna guess it's more pills.
Connected to what I'm doing research on, which is called the Stasis Pod program, where it gets into starseed storytelling or starseed stuff where there was 144,000 light workers that got sent to Earth, and these beings are probably us that got hijacked into the SSP program and started, changing stuff. Or
Yeah,
like
okay, Hex is on it. Got the bib and the stroller. Yeah, I mean, it is somewhat alluring seeing a girl who's even like kind of pretty being this like N pilled. You got to admit that.
help humanity and stuff. So I've been doing research about that. And one of the other things is that I'm also connected to the Stargate system as well. So I've been doing a lot of artwork and a lot of connections doing with Stargates, and I have
Super Soldier
video
reuptake
where
inhibitors.
I'll explain the different generations of
Real.
Stargates, how to dial them, and how they basically operate.
So when you say, I just would like to go a little bit deeper. When you say you're connected to the Stargate
Yo,
system,
catch you later, Ethan.
what does that mean exactly? So,
from what I'm understanding, my galactic family or my galactic origins basically created the entire Stargate system that is centered around our entire galaxy.
Yeah,
so like the
like already
infants.
founder races, the
Yes. I've been figuring out that my race or my galactic origin purpose was to save races on the brink of extinction. So this might also explain the reason why they got sent to Earth is to basically help humanity. And I also got that confirmed. So essentially is that one of the main reasons why I probably got hijacked is because my galactic origin, my race, saved races on the brink of extinction. We have helped a lot of different races around our galaxy after this, I think, the galactic war that has happened that's often talked about. Connected to the...
Okay, interesting stuff. I think it's about time for me to tap out for the evening. This is an interesting video. We're going to have to dig into more of the Starseed Netlink with Audrey, whatever her name is, Walters. Next week, perhaps, our QT Pie Starship Angel.
I would sit down with my audience and let's talk about the New World Order. So before I begin, I want to start out with a disclaimer. I'm not here to peddle anybody's agenda. I'm not here to follow the... I would sit down...
I've been noticing on Reddit and TikTok and a couple of their social media platforms that no one's talking about chronic loneliness and chronic singleness. I've been noticing on Reddit...
Guys, she is calling out for you. I'll see.
A lot of the ET races don't really consider her as the ambassador for Earth. They don't. They don't even see her as a guardian of Earth. A lot of have to understand where this question is coming from. Is this coming from fear? Or is this coming from an actual constructive question? And
this is Vessa, and I don't want to say I represent the Lanulosian people. That would be a bit ostentatious to say that. Just myself and my family. If it is somebody trying, this is Vessa. And
the videos and UFO pictures that have been coming out on social media or understanding from mutual respect is sort of like creating an accurate glossary for us as well as other ETs that come and visit us to see if this information is actually valid or correct or understanding from mutual.
Her eyebrows are too far apart.
the information that has been presented.
How many
for
crystals
us.
do you think she has in her
And as
house?
a
I'm gonna
community,
guess a number of them. Maybe she
gonna
might have
be-
replaced them with the James Rink $8,700 Neo meditation cube. Well, I mean, we learned earlier that can replace a lot of crystals in the household. Hope to see everyone Sunday at 7. Oh wow, did we just miss her? Guys, we missed her Space School Interplanetary Law live stream. Damn it.
Okay, I think that I am live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Starseed Netlink. And today I'm going to be doing my space school lessons. In this episode, we're going to be going.
All right, guys. All right, guys. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin here. We're going to have to put a pin in this and rev turn to this next week. I wish we had found this earlier because this is good stuff. Yeah, it would be so awesome to get that $8,700 cube for the podcast set. That's very, very true. Very, very true indeed. Babe, would you still love me if I was an intergalactic royal with eyebrows too far apart? Can you believe we didn't actually crack the case this week? I mean, that's what I was saying earlier, guys. Like, this is a big case that's going to take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get through. I mean, we did discover some things. You know, we confirmed 100% that James Rink was killed with a heart attack gun. We know that much. You know, we were able to do. I mean, this is the thing. When you're a detective, it's not always slam dunks from half court. You know, often you have to build up a lot of a sort of groundwork, gumshoe style stuff. And you know, we gathered a lot of evidence about who James is, the circles he runs in, and I have a strong suspicion that our beautiful angel Starseed Netlink probably has some information on the case that we're gonna want to further investigate. So you know, like, did I copy it? I did. We have the video copied there. We're gonna continue this case next week, I think. The CERN tunnel opening is obviously a very pressing issue, but I think for the time being, we're going to have to continue the secret space program. I don't think it's just a coincidence that the secret space program is linked in with Starseed stuff, which we've looked into, and also Halo, that we're all big fans of. That seems like more than a coincidence. You know, maybe if you're a coincidence theorist, you'd be into that, but we're not in this community. So yeah, next week we'll be rev turning to our beautiful angel Audrey. Literally found an alien incel princess. Guys, we all love Audrey. Everybody loves Audrey. I don't know. I think that pic of Master Chief with Trump was pretty case closed. That's a good point. I mean, that's probably another thread we'll have to run down next week. But, I mean, there's certainly some signs are pointing to Donald Trump. Hate to say it, but having Master Chief possibly kill James Rink. We're going to have to look into that. We're going to have to look into that later. Look but don't touch. She's mine, guys. I mean, listen, let he who sends the first Discord friend invite prevail, I say. Anyway, guys, y'all know what time it do.
Hello.
Alright. Let's rock and roll.
I love this song.
Yeah.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
All right, everybody.
I search to find the love within.
Thank you for joining me tonight.
I came back to let you know Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My friends
Hope everybody has a good week.
While I'm in the days from your love, you see.
Got a special episode gonna put up on the Patreon. Returning champs Will Hannigan and Bobby Warner back on the pod.
Some people go around the world for love.
Watch this space, guys. Big things happening. Episode 300 is this close, by which I mean a couple weeks to a month away.
You tried everything.
We're making moves.
In my world, only you.
Sleep tight, everybody.
Make me do for love what I would not do. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Yeah. Well, I'm in the days.
I hope everybody out there finds their own beautiful femcell alien galactic royal queen with the eyebrows a little bit too far apart, but that's okay. But that's okay.
Oh, I only want the best, it's true. Can't believe the things I do for you.
All you won't do.
07's in the chat, O/'s in the chat, 01's in the chat.
But you won't give up.
In my world, only you. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for
All right, y'all.
love what I would not
Stay noided, stay hard.
do.
Have a good week, everybody.